guys. This week we are going to do something that doesn't take quite as long to do because I know it's a really busy time of the year for you. If you'll notice in our lesson, it showed you the dance party by Keith Haring, and that's kind of our inspiration for this, except for ours will be a little more simplistic and it will be based on dancing elves. And we're only going to do 2 of them. So to start with, you're going to need to turn your paper landscape-wise. So that's where it's horizontal. And we'll get started. One thing we'll need to do is draw a line at the bottom 1/4 of your paper to represent the floor of our picture. And then we're going to do 1 elf over here and 1 elf here dancing. So to start with, I'm going to make an oval. That first line is the hardest, isn't it? Every time when you start drawing. Okay, so I want you to notice it gives me plenty of room. Here's my pencil. It gives me plenty of room from the head to the floor. I do still have some space here and here and here. And I'm going to need the other half of the paper for the other elf. So for this elf, his body is going to look kind of like a gumdrop. As I said, these are kind of stick figure elves we're drawing with some very simple shapes. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to give him stick arms because he's dancing. And I'm going to give him 1 stick leg, so now he's actually on the ground, and then we'll have 1 kicked up here. Now to make it look more like an elf, we're going to add a couple of things to it. So we're going to add an oval with a thumb to make it look more like a mitten, and you can put the little collar part there, and you could even erase everything inside there once you make your shapes if you'd like to. Okay, and then we're going to do it over here. So again, we'll just start with our oval, the oval for the thumb, and then an oval for the collar. And then you can erase everything that's inside there and go back over it. Hopefully with all the drawings we've been doing, I'm hoping that will show you that most of the things we draw are just made up of lines and shapes. And if you can look for that when you're drawing, it will help you be able to draw things that are harder than you thought you could draw. Now the next thing is he's going to need a hat, and he's an elf. So we're going to put an oval going across his head. And then I'm going to get rid of the head part there. And we're going to give him a big, long hat coming down. And you can even put a little ball on it if you'd like. And for their feet, I think I'm just going to do an oval. But this one needs to be kicked up. A little better for you here. Okay, so if you wanted, you could add a little more. A zigzag little elfie collar would be fine. And there's our first elf dancing. Now, if you'll notice when the Keith Haring, he does not put clothes on any of his. He does not show, in most of his, there's no way to tell the gender. That means if it's a boy or a girl. And everything is just one solid color. So you can use that as your inspiration when you go to color or not. It's up to you. Okay, now this next one, he's going to be doing a little break dancing. So that means he's going to be sideways, going this way. So this time I'm going to draw my oval sideways. And if you'd like to, for this next part, you can turn your paper around because we're going to do that same like gumdrop body. And sometimes it's just easier to do that shape where you're looking here. We could go ahead and put the hat on since we're over here. There's the fur. But this time, because of gravity, it's going to pull his hat down. So remember, you'll need to erase the head inside the hat. Now, because he's breakdancing, his arm's going to be coming down. And I'm going to give him a mitten and a glove to hold him here. With a, well, the gloved thumb is what I was trying to say there. And I think let's lighten that up just a little bit. Make it look better. There we go. Now his other arm is going to be coming up at an angle and then straight up. And then let's go ahead and make the glove. I keep calling it a glove. It's not a glove, is it? It's a mitten. A mitten only has the 4 fingers together and the 1 thumb. All right. I think I like that one better without the little cuff on it. Now, he's going to have his legs are going to be dancing. He's going to be balancing on that one arm. So he's got one leg coming up. And the other one is swinging up too. Now, elves have pointy shoes most of the time. So if you wanted, you could curl his shoe up and over, kind of like a wave, and erase that if you really wanted to make him have curvy shoes with the curled toes. And you're just adding that to the shoe. Let's see, and this one here. And you'll notice that when I draw, I turn my paper the direction that would be easiest for me. Nobody says you have to keep your paper straight down. Okay. Oh, what did we forget? His collar. I'm going to give him a collar too. Zigzags. By the way, this is the same way you can put the top to a strawberry and even sometimes on a tomato when you're drawing. All right, so we've got them dancing. Now now I'm going to darken my line Okay, now the one thing I would tell you is we need to add our movement lines like in the Keith Haring. So I want you to kind of think about what is moving. Well, we know this leg is coming up. And we know these legs, both of them are moving. And his arms. And over here, this arm is moving. So now you have some movement going on here. Now, when you color, you can use your imagination and do the L's. If you want, you could outline everything with a dark black crayon or marker, then go in and color. You could outline this here. I don't know if you noticed, but like after he colored, he would put the black little dotted polka dots in his background and then a bright solid color. So it's up to you how you would like to do it. But that is it. I hope you have whatever holiday you celebrate during this time, or not at all if you're just going on a vacay. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you when you get back, and hopefully 2021 will be a much better year. Bye.